We can see a bit of hands raising on either side, can't we? This is the moment that you definitely want to get right in your crew, not going towards booms either side.
Go!
Saw a shot of Nina Campbell there, the stroke woman from the Enniskillen Royal crew, driving her boat off. They seem to have gone off at a pace. Headington a little more, well, calm and collected, I think, off the start. Probably their transition pace will be, I think, a little stronger, but Enniskillen have got a great start they can.
Really nice line as well, so Enniskillen bang straight down the course, really lined up well, so Grace Ralph has got her crew as she needed, and they've gone off very aggressively, those oars going into the water. You can see that beautiful backsplash. There's a nice shot there of stroke Niamh Campbell, Laura Turner, Niamh Cassidy, Catherine Donnelly, Aine McCaffrey and Chloe Thompson in the 3-seat, going down into bow pair of Martha McBrien and Rachel Cullinan as well. And they've really tried to do their best and put themselves on that front foot, but look at Headington, already eked out what looks to me at this angle like 3/4, if not a full length.
Yeah, Headington have moved out. Their transition has been excellent off that start phase. When you come into sort of about 30 strokes, that you don't really want to lose any pace, and Headington have done so well. Issy McGee there in the stroke seat. She recently represented Britain in the Munich Junior International Regatta. She won a couple of gold medals at Munich in the pair and the 4. You can see their stroke rate, 35 strokes a minute, probably about right for this headwind, 16k an hour.
Yeah, we can just see the difference in the speeds as well, which is quite nice if you're watching from home. It's just that couple kilometres an hour, a little bit slower in the junior women's 8 compared to those senior men 4s. Just a little bit of difference in boat pace, but interestingly, those rates are the same. So all those technical principles still apply. Lovely backsplash there, with getting those oars in, hanging off with long strokes, and trying to do that 35, 36 times a minute to really generate good distance per stroke rowing. And Enniskillen doing a nice job of that, as we see a shot again of the stroke Niamh Campbell and 7 Laura Turner. Well done, ladies.
So we are following Enniskillen Royal Boat Club all the way down this course. They row out of the Patora Boathouse on the school site by Loch Shore, and they are going at 15.6, 15.4 kilometres an hour. We briefly saw their opponents at 16 kilometres an hour, so you can tell the difference between the two crews. Headington, of course, won this event in 2021. They are returning to defend that title. But it's been a bit of a difficult season for them because of injuries and illness, Cam. They haven't had the chance to race in the 8 that much this year. Been competing in different boats, women's quads, for example, the J16-4 at the national schools, which finished first.
And the 8's one of those boats, isn't it, where you want time in that boat. 8 bodies, 8 oars, really making sure you're gelling well as a crew and understanding the calls, understanding that communication that comes from the coxswain. A lovely shot here of Headington and that beautiful symmetry of both the bow and the stroke side oars with those iconic navy blue stickers from Henley Royal Regatta, which I'm sure is an envy of anyone watching this that wishes they were back on the water. What about you, Martin?
Yeah, I wish I was back on the water. There is a veteran pair, isn't there, with Matt Parrish and Richard Manners, who are in their 50s, that qualified for the Silver Goblets, and I think a few envious glances have been cast at them, thinking, why can't I compete? But out here on the water, Enniskillen have stuck to their task. A little bit of pain on the seat of the 5-girl, Catherine Donnelly, just showing that relentless rhythm that's been set by the stroke woman, Nina Campbell. And if you're watching this back in Ireland, we hope you're enjoying this presentation from Henley Regatta of the second day of the Royal Regatta and this heat of the Prince Philip Challenge Trophy. Enniskillen Boat Club on the right of on the left of your picture. Sorry, thanks, Cab. And the might of Headington on the left. We have a close-up shot of them now. Let's go down the boat. Alice Stapley closest to us. Up in the bow seat, Phoebe Horan, Maggie McGuinness, Emma Annalise Miles in the 4-seat. At 5, Amelia Gleed, Jacqueline Louise Cray in the 6-seat, Mia Brown at 7, stroke Issy McGee, and Cox by Sophie Wrightson, the 17-year-old. So it's a very strong crew, this Headington boat. Would be coming from a school that has won this title back in 2021. And they've certainly gone down through the gears. 347 through to Forley.
And this will be great experience for Enniskillen. If you can see there that in the bows of the boat, Irish Junior 8 champions, you know, women's Henley semi-finalists. This will all be building experience in the boat club. They'll have this race, they'll have this regatta, they'll have the experience of building up to it and executing on the day, and they'll bring that back to their boat club. They'll share it with others. They will have this 2022 regatta so they can build into future years.
And of course, Irish women's rowing is on a complete roll. I mean, we've seen in the sort of leading up to the Tokyo Olympics, Sanita Paspura so good in the women's single scull, but the women's Cox's Ford taking a brilliant bronze medal behind Australia and the Netherlands in the Tokyo Olympics must be so motivational to these young women to know that they are in a system. I mean, Ireland had better results than Great Britain, didn't they, in the Tokyo Olympics?
Did they? I didn't know.
Yeah, they did. They got the gold medal in the lightweight men's double scull, bronze in the women's fours.
Yeah,
and that's one gold medal that Britain didn't get.
It's one of those things, isn't it, where if you have those role models to look up to, you have those strong female rowers that are winning top medals on the big stage, that is absolutely something to aspire to. And what I really hope is happening is that those fantastic people at the top of the sport are continuing to give back into the grassroots of the sport, around the clubs, around those schools, to really inspiring that next generation to come and do what Enniskillen and Headington are doing here on the Wednesday of Henley Royal Regatta in 2022, which is putting in their best performances, getting as fast as they possibly can down that iconic track that so many other oarsmen and women have rowed before them, and putting in their performance for the history books.
E gives it away, doesn't it? The E from Enniskillen. A look down the course. They're about 250 metres away from our position, almost right on the finish line. And Enniskillen have battled all the way down. The young women of Headington have just been too strong from there. Blades coming nicely off the water. A lot of nice clearance. Very good technical rowing, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit of energy management here as well, so they've definitely dropped their rate of striking. You can see a little bit more of a comfortable, crisp feather, a little bit more of a delayed square as they come into what looks to be, for those of us that have been in the rowing world for a long time, a bit of a UT1 utilisation threshold, even 2 paddle. Just really making sure that they can clear that lactic acid that's been generated from those earlier minutes of the race, just starting their recovery. And for them, as soon as that buzzer goes, they will be thinking about the next round and who they'll be facing.
So Headington School come up to the finish line in this heat of the Prince Philip Challenge Trophy. They take the win, a very comfortable win as it turned out, over Enniskillen Royal Boat Club. Both the Enniskillen crews have gone out today. Nice easy sit the boat up for Headington, and Enniskillen across the finish line now. That sends a message out to the other women in this event that Headington School mean business. The 2021 holders mean to get another Palmares in their extensive record.